This is how many mountain bike rides in Bulgaria begin. A little bit on the road. Not only do you need to ride a road to the trailhead, it's oftentimes like straight up the hill. Between 10 and 15%. Today we're going to the lower perimeter trail on the Vitosha 100. Last little bit of steep road to the beginning of the trail. This is part of the entry trail into the perimeter trail that we're getting ready to get to. So today we're riding the Vitosha 100 trail, which is one of probably the most prominent trails in all of Bulgaria. It's a perimeter trail around the mountain of Vitosha. Vitosha 100 refers to the 100-kilometer race around the perimeter, hence the reason it's also called the perimeter trail. It's mainly kind of a dirt fire road that you can see here, or also over here. This is a pretty well maintained part of it. There's a lot of it that varies from well maintained fire road like this to much more backcountry fire road where it's more like a double track of deep trenches and other things to watch out for. It does actually cover some really nice vistas and a couple other things like that. Not really gonna be able to show you any of those in this part of the trail today because this is the more heavily wooded part. It's also near the end of the race. We'll also pass by the beginning of the race, the beginning where the race begins. And today with me I have my tall boy, version 4, which I pretty much use as my big boy heavyweight person cross-country bike. Let me know you want to hear about this bike in the comments below, and we'll be sure to make a video going over a bike check of this bike. But it's pretty interesting. It's not quite your typical downcountry or all mountain type build that a lot of people are doing with this. I'll go over the heavyweight person specific aspects of it too. So if you're a heavyweight rider, you want to look for a more durable, more capable cross-country bike, also leave comments below. Let's continue on down the trail. Believe it or not, this section right here is maybe only an eighth of a mile where we last left off. A lot more rugged, not as rugged as other parts of this trail, but you can kind of get the idea what's going to go on with it. And it shrinks down to single track here. It's also perpetually muddy in this section, but nothing bad. Yeah, this trail is good for 100 different trail types in one. Everything from pine to oak to aspen. Single track, double track, fire road, chunky, smooth. You name it, it's got it. Like this section is basically a manicured gravel path. Now there are a lot of water crossings on this trail due to the amount of water running down the mountain. The mountain does get snow capped in winter, so there's a lot of spring thaw runoff. Normally it's nothing bad, it's like this. A couple inches deep, to be slightly careful. Nothing too major. So one thing to be aware of is this trail is heavily tracked by pedestrians and hikers and other trail users. And as a tall pedestrian is not always the most observant, so definitely gotta take caution. And yes, you can drive your car on this. And this continues on like this for several miles. So I'll come back when it's a little more interesting. On the V100, you have to be careful. Make sure you actually see where the trail is, because first time I went through here, I didn't even notice a little jut off to the left. I'm getting ready to go up, and that's actually the trail. It's also one of the little more interesting parts of the trail too. A little tighter, a little more tunnely. This was recently recut in from a trail that used to run over here. You can kind of see it still. Big tree fall area. It was easier to reroute the trail than to remove the trees. But this is still good. It's worn in well after the past year. A little bit up, a little bit down. Actually a little more interesting than the old version. Something cool thing about the Vitosha 100, these little watering spots. People get water, that's what everyone up here is for. Great spot to refill your bottle. It's all natural spring mineral water. Excuse me. The water comes out pretty good. You can fill your bottle in just a couple seconds. But so you can see they get pretty busy too. Come through this little road area. Hello. Thank you. Hey, a transverse. You get to the next section of the trail. It's maybe 1/10 of a mile. We'll speed it up here. We'll take a quick break here. This next section is definitely rockier and rootier, and this is overall a little more challenging. Also, it's all uphill right here. It's just a little chunky, a little jaggy, or a little janky, which makes it a little bit more challenging in other sections. Cool camp area here. Good place to take a break. We're not going to. I probably should have stopped here instead. But we got a little fun section here. A little creek crossing, a little tight around a rock. It's always a little bit of fun. Tight around a rock's a different spot. I still have the creek crossing. Here around these rocks is a little bit difficult. And more climbing. Until the next fun part. I think it's the fast flowy section.
Как стало личичок?
And that's the out part of that trail. I'm gonna turn around here and actually head back that way. It's a lot more down on the way back than when we came out. Today, on the way out's mainly climbing. So until we get back to the flowy section, I'm gonna sign off. the campground. And that's the end of that trail. I won't bore you with the rest of it. Until next time, just red.